Where's my face? Anyone know where my face is? What? Webcam. There I am. Hi, everyone. So I'm going to leave a delay on just for simplicity, honestly. I'm going to leave a delay on for simplicity, and we'll take a look at this Midtown. I don't know how much time we'll have to necessarily go super in depth, which is this Midtown, I think. But we'll look through it. Obviously, we've probably got about half an hour or so until we can maybe start in some of a pre-game for the next one. So let's chuck this down. 7 seconds. This is the new meta I've decided. The new meta for rewind length is 5 seconds is too short, but 7 seconds is just about right. Just about right. Hopefully my loyal mods update the stream title. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Actually, nearly perfect. There is an error. An error. Hold on. Matches upcoming, because this next game is not going to be round 5. That game was obviously pushed back quite a lot. This next game will be. Where are we? If I take those away, put that there. You can't see what I'm doing, but trust that I'm doing something good. It's going to be this one. Wait, oh yeah. And it's going to be, where is it? Here we go. And it's going to be a round 10 game. Double figures. So we're jumping from round 5 to round 10. All right. All right, so we'll check this one out. So, interestingly enough, it's going to be Max in... A bit of Max Malga. Going to be Bat Brig, and it's going to be Winston and a Brig against it. Sparker stopped playing Overwatch, our man of the match. Put the Beatles back on. No dice. No dice. We'll watch this. So, we were talking about some of the problems actually in the Twisted Minds game about how they had with Dive going into some sort of brawly composition or some sort of ground-based composition. And some of the problems was there's limited win conditions when you don't have the Anna or something to give you a nade. But obviously, if you run Anna Brig, you quite literally do have the nade. So we'll see how the slow rotation goes. Going to be early point presence from... Whoa! Chill out, Heesang, mate. Leave Cops a body shot. Heesang will finish it. Oh my god. What if Heesang just killed everyone? What if Heesang just killed everyone? So they can just walk forward off that. Heesang should not be allowed to do that. That's not a legal maneuver from Heesang. And this will be the easiest first point you'll see in a while. No chance to get a nade rotation on anyone in this area. No chance to get a nade rotation as they come out here or come out here. Just an individual play from Heesang. Alright. So then this part of the map can be quite difficult. Oh, Gucci's going to make a blunder here. So this space where he's staging now. Thank you. 40 Your Gaming. Thank you very much for the tier 1. So yeah, they're going to dynamite. They're going to try and really clear out Gucci from this. Oh, wait, does he get booped? What happens? Is this just... Obviously, Gucci's trying to land on the high ground here. Oh, yeah, he just gets booped. It's Chorong. Chorong with the intercept. And that puts Gucci in a terrible situation. So they nade. They deal with him. Max tries to pounce. And actually, they'll punish Max here. Lamp is good. They're still walking up, but it's not enough to save Max. So now Chorong is... Chorong is too far. Pulse Bomb... Well, doesn't matter how good you are at Tracer. How much you accomplish. But you can't avoid Tracer Brain. Can't avoid Tracer Brain. Alright, so we'll go to the next fight. Same again, Gucci in the same spot, so they have to do the same things to try and clear Gucci before they go. No chance, though, so Gooshway's going to get the nano in. Nade is good. Oh, the window's there. Gooshway's going to play his life. Trade nade, or trade nano, sorry, for window. Happy with that one. Now Leave and Gooshway both above. Nade this time going to miss. Gooshway going to reposition. Leave will get pocketed out. You see Max taking the left-hand side of the map here from our perspective. They're actually going to go again here. Let's watch it. Let's watch the monk nade. Yeah, classic nade here. There's like two types of nades you normally do, right? One where you just have like a cool setup spot where like the obvious spot or something like here or something. Other ones, if you don't always have a clear angle, you'll see Shu do this all the time. Shu either will have a lineup for the nade, or what he'll do is just follow his Winston, whether that was Fearless or whether that's jumping. Just go, okay, I'll just throw it. And then if anyone like Chirong maybe walks in to pressure him, there's a real chance Chirong gets caught by the nade. Or worst case, it at least hits your Winston, like it does here. And you get a bit of additional primal farm. And actually, Gooshway's going to keep this one going with a primal, which probably feels like an unnecessary step, honestly, unless he thinks he's going to die. Maybe he's worried he's going to die. Going to go behind and try and juggle something in. Shu's ready for it, though. Primal in as well. Bash it as well. Oh, they catch Gooshway. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. How does Gooshway live these? I mean, I guess a big part of it is Lengster is actually trying to rallies as well. So they managed to stabilize. Goosh needs a defensive nade. The defensive nade actually catches Heesang as well, which is a bit of a free bonus. They try and go back. The cage is good. Cage so good against dive, and now there's nothing Gooshway can do, nothing Lengster can do. They have to live. And yeah, eventually just have the ults. I think, to be fair, most of Crazy Racoon's plans to deal with this dive seem quite reasonable. You see Shu and Chirong ready to walk back. They try and use the window to deal with the nano. They use the rally to deal with the primal. And then eventually they have the cage, which is just like a really hard fight. The cage is such a hard fight for this composition to deal with. And Gooshway's gonna mirror the Malga. So interesting that we've seen the Malga here. Lots of teams will run this with like a Sigma or something. Maybe better in the mirror. Okay. I'm going to try and take early space here. We're going to flip to this side of the map as well. We used to do this on London. Maybe they copied us. All right, Nano. Oh, Nano Malga in. Lip's going to take a lot. Nade to follow as well. The lamp is good. Heesang's managed to find the trade on the other side of it. Really nice if your Tracer can do this a lot of the time. Like, whenever you're playing as an Ana Brig, if your Tracer can just do these kind of plays, like Psycho's really good at this, right? When SSG doing these kind of things, where the core of SSG will be trying to counter dive in some ways. You know, Haddy will be using his slow or his shield or whatever he has defensively, whatever hero he's on, while Landon and Astro try and peel. And at the same time, Psycho will find a play to be aggressive, and it just stops the Ana and Brig really walking up and looking for the second nade timing. What would often happen if you leave the Ana Brig 2 unchecked is, even if you survive the first nade, which obviously in this case Crazy Raccoons haven't, right? They've all been hit by it. But even if you manage to block that, well, actually, the second nade timing will be really devastating for you. So they get a decent amount of trades. Gooshway dies for it. But the trades will be more than enough. They should just be able to pocket leave through everything here. I don't know what Max and Chirong's plan is. They're going for it. They're going for it. Thank you, Mohad. Appreciate the tier 1. They actually force the kill onto Monk. And now be all they'll get. And then now they get to retake this high ground. Best place to hold in, well, pretty much any comp. Interesting that Gooshway goes onto the Malga here. Don't know about this. This is kind of like, this is the thing that Yeti used to do, right? Yeti would do this. Get Dong Hack on the Malga. Don't know how I feel about it really, but we'll see how it plays out. Problem that, and we've seen it a little bit so far, we see it right now actually on our screen, is the Malga can't shield this nade at all. So all these nades are going to be really free. Shy has rail. Leaf going to blink in as well. And the nade's going to get so much value. Maybe I kind of like, maybe in this version of the comp, Max is probably going to... He has Cage. Surely he just swaps now, right? Maybe does he swap Cage? I think probably. They're just getting naded on cooldown. So hard to deal with the nade. Gonna keep it because he has Cage. Cage a big enough win condition. They do have Rally and High Noon with it as well, so they can probably win the Cage fight. Maybe not actually, because like they have Nano and then Guiche will get Cage as well. I'm not really sure how. Do I just like the Anna Brig version more? I don't know. Is the nade just too much value because they can't do anything about the nade? And obviously the nade is actually really good into the Malga because all the cardiac overdrive healing doesn't exist if you're anti-naded. Speaking of not existing, Shy's going to try and overclock as they walk up. Catches for magnetic. Oh, the magnetic grade doesn't even go off by the time. Just a double tap. The power of Cass right now. Max is going to come up. Just a bit of a drive-by. Gucci wants to keep fighting despite this. Nade in. Pulse bomb attempt misses. Forces for Lamp though to keep leave alive. It's the nade that probably forced for Lamp more than anything. Now they're forcing point. They should just be able to turn on this. And again, Monk's just going to have a free nade timing in a second. Rally still at that. Nano comes out. They going into the cage? Yeah, go into the cage. Looking for it. Only catches Heesang. Sleep is... No, yeah, he manages to cancel it and roll away. Or, like, fire it and get away. Kills for cage. I mean, I guess High Noon is pretty good in the cage fight, right? Because if you can peek for cage... Like, I imagine Lip just got loads of heads versus this. Old Lippy getting loads of head. He's just going to do, like... Yeah, only 2 shots in the end, but I guess it does just, like, it forces you to kind of de-peek out of the cage, which is what they do here, right? And it stops you. So maybe High Noon's actually, not the worst ult in the world against the cage. Not really considered it, not really seen loads of it before, but maybe versus the cage, it's really not that bad an ult at all. As, like, a counter to the cage. So the rallies have traded, the cage has been traded. It's just a neutral. But the problem with, once you go back to a neutral, is Monk just has, like, these win condition nades. Gucci's going to come back in, slams in now, catches Chorong. They have to pocket it. Defensive lamp is forced. Lengsa is... Where's Lengsa? What's happened to Lengsa? He just ends up... Yeah, I guess he bashes away from the danger, but he just ends up in, like, the worst possible position. Really just... I don't think he needs to be this close. If he's just, like, playing this line or something, he can still pack everyone. He can still proc Inspire. And he probably gets back to his Ana a little bit nicer. But the nade's good. Yeah, it doesn't even care. Fuck it. Fuck Lengsa. I'm going to go win the fight with nade. That's exactly what happens. Oh, they do beam him down afterwards at least, so it's not... They've traded backlines now, so now it's just a dogfight. Leaf still has the high ground though, so maybe... Oh, not sorry, Lip has the high ground, so maybe he just carries. And they just win the dog... They win the dogfight. But I feel like if that doesn't happen... If Lengsa plays it differently, it's probably just fine. Like, if Lengsa is just here, and then this aggression comes in, the Tracer's behind, he clears the Tracer, he's like, or fights for Tracer, shields, backs up to his Ana, gets pocket, manages to stabilize. If this Malga wants to run on him, they can keep sort of kiting and going. They can even nade the Malga or whatever who's pushing them. They're probably really okay. Yeah, I'm getting... I mean... The answer to this, maybe, is actually just to put Chorong on Lucio. And then you just try and play faster. You just try and play to kill the Ana Brig. Or you just swap the Malga. Now, surely the Malga swaps, even though they won the fight. Nope. Okay. Obviously, I know a lot of your questions are coming back kind of late in this because of the nature of thing. Oh wait, I had the sound meter, so you won't be able to hear this. Say, can you peek for cage with High Noon? I think yeah. Presuming you have like a bit of pocket or something. Obviously, you saw like the you saw him get slept, or the sleep attempts at least from Monk there. I'm actually gonna see Gushway go Orisa now. I thought Malga was really fine, to be fair. Maybe Orisa can be fine too. Don't really have a clear read on like Orissa's power level post-nerf. Alright, so just pulse bombs, window for Shu. Gushue can probably just depeak it with spin. Has to spin now, no chance to window, has to forfeit out. He took so much damage. He's in so much trouble. Yeah. Yeah, just trying to do like just do too much. Like peeks into all of them here. And then just, just in the trenches. Give a pulse bomb, and now Crazy Racoon still looking good. Still pretty clean sailing. What's coming back? Nano's coming back. Where do they put the Nano? Gushue? Maybe just put it on Shy. Lip's gonna high noon. Just a force point. Max is gonna do the full drive by. High noon swing now. Strong looks for. He's just bashing. Fine, Gushue tries to beep him out. Lip's really swinging. Nano back. So they've stabilized. Can't really go anywhere with this Nano though, Gushue. He's taking so much damage. Now the rally back. Oh, the rally's huge actually. I feel like Max should just be dying here almost. I guess we're in this awkward situation where like Heesang's taking pressure here. Or they're also trying to deal with this. Crazy Racoons have a good backstep on the Nano. Then they come back in. I feel like this Chorong position, like I feel like he should have been cleared more, you know? Like when he's here. You know, like Lee's going on the back line. Can they put any more aggression out here? Like it feels like at this point, Chorong should take so much pressure, right? Oh, he hits the double bash, stuns for high noon. Nice. I mean, it's nice from Chorong, but I feel like there was definitely a timing there where Chorong should have felt a certain amount more scrutiny. The, what do you call it? The Orisa hasn't really felt like it's done anything at all. Maybe also actively harmed them. So, yeah, ends up being a full cap with 30 seconds left. How long have we got? We got time. Oh yeah, for the people who had sound issues, I mean, I think I fixed it by the time I'm speaking now. But I forgot to unmute the desktop audio. When I had the music on, I muted it so you weren't getting like double audio because of how my OBS is set up. But I've got to turn it on for a little bit, so you would have had no in-game sound for a bit. All right, let's see it then. So this time they do run the Sigma. A lot of it going to be about can Monk find the nade timing or how quickly can they get to Nano. Both Tracer's just vying for space. Gooseberry's going to take a whole bunch of damage. Tron going to shift over to help Heesang. Bit of a Tracer Brig battle on the right side of our screen. Gooseberry's just going for a soft jump. Is this just a classic from Shy? I have farmed rail. Can I peek the flank battle? And the answer is yes. Yeah. Alright, pretty straightforward. Classic Sojourn play. Farm a rail in main. Go look for it. Someone asked me who looks for better out of these teams, Barney. Crazy Racoons for sure right now. I think it's just quite early on in like once again starting to scrim proper again, so that would probably be the expectation anyway. Also, it seems like once again I'm maybe experimenting a little bit more with a few different comps and stuff, so we'll see. They trade Gushue back for it though. What happened to old Gushue? Oh, they just, yeah. Just goes with a soft dive to farm it. Has to full run. Dodges the rock. So much trouble. They are really pushing here. Risk they get traded more now, though. They're going all the way behind. Monk and Lengths are going to rotate away from danger. We're now in, like... This is what, to be fair, Monk and Lengths I think, are one of the best backlines at this. In this terms of, like... The go-to advice for backlines when stuff is happening is, can you rotate the same way to disengage? But can you just rotate away from danger? Even if rotating away from danger might be, like, you know... When would your Brig normally do this in this type of first fight? Probably never, right? Unless you've literally already won the fight. But just rotate away from a danger, see what you can do. You might have to rotate into something like Lip that you have to deal with. But I think Monk and Lengths are so good at this sort of stuff. They're going to do the same here. And actually, Monk wants to scrap. Thinking about it. Now has the high ground. Risky. Lee's going to come clean him out, though. So they do a good job stabilizing it. Everyone else is going to rotate onto him now. So it'd be so nice if they had a Winston to jump on this. Again, Monk is going to give him the slip. Gives him the slip. Dodges for rock. Oh, wait. Does the bubble block for rock? Fuck. Oh, it doesn't quite live. They'll trade over kills though, so yeah. I mean, just good improvisation there. Good improvisation, and Shy finds a good opening pick. Do they still not win it, actually? Oh, they actually still don't win it. Good improvisation to get the trades. Shu still has Lamp from the respawn. Alright, we'll come back to this one. And now getting up to, like, the scary ult. So even though they lost that fight, everyone's back now. You can see, all of a sudden, like, rather than playing these more aggressive positions, you can see Shu and Lip already taking a bit of a back step here because they're expecting this nano. So normally the normal kite path and this nano is out of here. So you can kind of see him setting up for that already. So nice adaptation. This is what you should see from good teams. You see them change it based on what ults they think are coming up. How long do we have left of this? 5 minutes. I will make it in time, I think. We're okay. Maybe that's a bit of a spoiler for how far they go. Still trying to hold it. Just look for the nano engage. Monk has to be careful. Whip shot again. So Gooshway wants to be up here, isn't up here. Has to bubble defensively. The window comes out as well. Gooshway's going to try and go through it. Oh, Shy's nailed for the peak as well. Alright, Max is trying to trade in the meantime in the back line. Who's he looking for? Who are we looking for, Max? He does trade in the back line. Can't escape anymore, Monk. Alright, nice from Max. He gets his 2 kills. Meanwhile, there's going to be a rally on point. Let's go back and see. Yeah, Chirong and Lip going to move it out. Going to get Primal away. Chirong is isolated. No healing. Gooshway's going to actually absorb that Bob. Turn on to Max. Max looking... Oh, Max has done a bit of help from Bob. Lamp not quite in time. Shu can't get on point. And they can't just win a dogfight. I mean, that's the nature of, like... It wasn't even the prettiest fight at all from once again. But the nature of, like, the Nano and the Primal and all of these ults. They're really good at trading kills, and you win the dogfight more than the other way around. Max is going to go Mauga now, which very much means it seems like this is Crazy Racoon's answer, right? To the, this is their answer to dive compositions. Maybe Lip would go cast in an ideal world as well. Gooseway's now going to swap. So now we're in the same situation. So actually, maybe it's an interesting solution to maybe quite a specifically Korean problem of, like, some of this Bat Brig stuff. But maybe the Ana's just, like... The Ana Mauga. I mean, I always thought it was kind of troll when Yeti did it, but maybe I'm leaning the other way now. They're bringing me in. Monk is selling me. Right, slam back from Gooshway. They're going to rally to keep going. Max is going to try and meet, but it has to overrun out. Pulse Bomb trade in the back is good. So now they can just re-push it here. Bash onto Heesang. Oh, they don't give a kill. Heesang's still low. Now Max is going in. He should be okay. And they'll clean it up, yeah. I guess it means there is also, like, if they don't get nade value, then the Bat Brig team really win, because the Bat will do so much more in the neutral. But the nade should be so consistent that it might just be fine. Pulse Bomb is good from Leave. Lamp not off cooldown yet for Shu. Max going to try. They're just going to die and spawn here then. Trade if they can. Defensive nade. Pulse bomb! Oh my god. Nearly lives it. Not enough. Shu's actually going to window here. Surely this just makes Shu the most optimistic man in Korea. How many can he get? Go on, one more, Shu. Not one more. Yeah, the most optimistic man in Korea doesn't get his window value in spawn there. All right, but now Nano coming back. They should be able to get a high ground for free, right? They're just gonna play point instead. Monk's not rotated either. What's once again's plan here? Now they go high ground. Nate to follow Gushui, they have to give the space. Bob to try and retake. But Bob will get slept, they'll disengage it. Stomp is massive actually from Max. I don't know why they didn't take high ground. Yeah, I felt like before this they could have just taken high ground. So now they come up. I guess in theory, the Ana Brig is always vulnerable to these Mauga things, right? Like a lot of the previous fights we saw on the defense, we just have like Monk in an ungettable position for Max to slam. Whereas when he's doing this rotation up the stairs, he really is gettable. So they sleep and they try and disengage, but the slam over the top. And they'll all get minced here. They'll all get minced. Oh, they actually gone to the spawn again. Crazy Racoon actually doing this on all the fights. You saw him doing it loads on Ball on the Saravasa. But they're actually so keen to fight in spawn. Nade now on them to clear. Again, it seems like this has been... We talked about maybe like if Crazy Racoon went Lucio or something so they could play more aggressively to kill the Ana Brig. And it certainly seems like Max's go-to move. Oh my god. Gushui supercharged for Rally to keep going. They'll clean everyone up here. They'll clean everyone up. Was it worth it? What did they use? Nano for Rally? Probably worth. Probably worth. Alright. So let the spawn. Chirong is lurking. They're going to overclock and try and run into the backline. They try and boop him back. Gushui gets through it, but he's super separate now, you know? Like, Max and Chirong are just going to gatekeep. Oh, Gushui's going to cage him as well. They lose leave. They might lose everyone here as well, actually. Well, the rally is good from Lengsa. Gushui's coming back now. Alright, so they should clean it up. But they had to use rally and spawn. They had to use cage to get out of spawn. And now Max is closest to cage. Kind of a no-ult fight, though. Oh, surely Lip shouldn't be able to trade this. Fuck. Fuck. Such an annoying one. Such an annoying one that Shy gets traded there. 20 seconds. They'll finally get the payload underneath here. Monk misses the sleep. Oh, they just win the frontline battle here. They get nade in there as well. Yeah, Tron gets hit by the nade. They do. Two Magos run into each other. Yeah, pulse bomb, counter nade. She was matched for Ana now. She's on the same page as me. The Ana's just good. Just in this matchup. I guess it's good. Oh fuck. Then it's just a dogfight. Cage to finish it, and that'll do us. That'll do us, right? Honestly, for what it's worth in this sort of microcosm of meta, if you're playing into the Bat Brig, maybe the Ana is just the most broken hero. If they're playing Mauga Bat Brig, right? I feel like the Sigma should just prevent loads of these nades, and then the Bat Brig comp should win. Surprised to see Max not go that after the Mauga swap, you know? Like, play Mauga into Winston, they swap to Mauga, you go to Sigma. I guess you're in this weird situation where it would just be, they are on Winston. I am on Mauga. They have gone Mauga. I will go Sigma. They have gone Sigma. I will go Winston. Oh, they've gone Winston. I will go Mauga. Oh, they've gone Mauga. I will go... Wait, now, why is this guy going Sigma? You know what I mean. Just like, oh, they've gone Mauga, I will go Mauga. Then I'll go Sigma. There we go, I saved it. But so maybe you're in that weird situation where you're just swapping between, you're in like, you're stuck in this eternal loop of hero swapping. Which maybe doesn't, oh wait, it's like, it's not the end of the world, but it probably also doesn't feel optimal, right? If you're just in this like weird 2-hero swap. Because you'll just get, if you're having to swap Nat regularly, it's hard to guarantee you win the swap game. We saw Chris talk about this a little bit in his interview, right? About the idea of, we sort of went Rhine and then we just got stuck on Rhine for ages. Maybe we should have swapped, you know, all of this. You get all these like weird situations about, you can almost end up in the non-optimal version of a matchup quite a lot. So yeah. All right. So overall, what do I feel? It feels like all the usual cope for once again can exist, you know, in terms of, oh, they're rusty, they're just coming back, blah, blah, blah. A few interesting ideas in the meta in terms of this Mauga swap that they seem to have taken from Yeti. I really don't hate it at all. I think Diana's very good on it. I think this is a weird thing where I don't know if, does the Winston dive actually lose to the Mauga Bat Brig? You get these cage fights which you can't really win, which I guess is true. But I don't know if you actually, if they needed to swap. If you know what I mean. My question with a lot of these as well, like my same thing always with for these Bat Brig comps is that do they not just lose to the Lucio version potentially as well? You just get overrun at certain times by like a Lucio Ram. I feel like we've never really seen that experiment ran too much in Korea, at least from the matches we've seen. But okay. Alright. Interesting scrim nonetheless. I'm glad we watched it. Let's leave that. Let's go back to me, I guess. So, I don't know. Once again, it'll get better. They still look the part, if you know what I mean. Like, I think Shy probably had a particularly big struggle on Tracer. I think Gushway still looked good. Maybe some questions over like what his hero pool still really looks like outside Winston and Doom. Obviously, the Orisa didn't look good, but I was like 2 fights. The Queen didn't look good, but then that's like I don't think that proves Gushway's a bad Queen. I think that just maybe is evidence that Queen isn't a good hero right now. But Crazy Racoon side of things, their ball comp looks really annoying to deal with, especially jump-ins. 1, jump-in's very good at it. 2, it means they can hit you so early on these fights, so you have to be super ready and super prepared. Their dive still looks for business. Shu will nade gap anyone. I think for the most part, Monk especially, looked as good as the day he left, right? Looked just as good as he was playing in some of those World Cup matches and some of the Spark matches, especially the Spark matches at the Season 6 final. So I think Monk looked really good. Leave still looks like the guy. Crazy Raccoon side, I'm kind of jumping back and forth here, but yeah, he sang Lip. Still fucking good, aren't they? They're still fucking good. Still really fucking good. No surprises there. All right, so let me get this set up now for the next game. And we can do a little bit of pre-game before we go into that one. Let me see. That off. And I need to update the HUD to this game. So it's about 6 minutes out, so we've got plenty of time. We can talk a little bit about these 2 teams that maybe you're a little bit less familiar with. Let's change that. All right, have I missed any important messages? Let's see. answer some May-based rotation questions on Coliseum in Discord. All right, nip into the toilet, and then we'll lock in for this next game. All right. Oh. I'm back. Gushue is your queen? Great. Lengster struggled a bit? Yeah. Yeah, I think Lengster didn't look as good as maybe he did in the Overwatch League season whatever. 6. All right. Let's lock in for this next game then, shall we?